What's up, Doc Mike? Today's topic for November 28, 2020. 2020 National Clean Air Month Celebration. At the Manila Hotel. November 27, 2020. Congratulations to all awardees.
Okay, so magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning to everybody. I am Dr. Leo Lape. I'm the president of the Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated and the lead of data privacy and cybersecurity advocates of the Philippines. And my co-host here is the Philippine Medical Association President, Dr. Benny Atienza. Okay, November is the country's National Clean Air Month celebration. And this month has been declared by President Fidel Ramos by Presidential Proclamation 1109 as the Clean Air Movement Month. So this emphasizes the importance of clean air. Clean air. We are in a pandemic, COVID-19, and it has been found out that the COVID is now airborne, and so we have to practice social distancing here in this room, as well as to wear our face mask and face shield. So we will observe social distancing as required, and of course we remember also that clean air is very important to us. It is free. It is given to us by the most omnipotent God, and therefore let us make use of it and preserve its pristine cleanliness by seeing to it that we do things that will preserve the purity and cleanliness of the air that we are breathing. Okay, so this is the Clean Air Philippine Month every November of the year. Before we start, let us all stand for a short word of prayer offered to us by Dr. Benny Atienza.
O God, enlighten my mind with truth, inflame my heart with love, inspire my will with courage, enrich my life with service. Pardon what has been, sanctify what I am, order what I shall be, and find shall be fulfilled, and my eternal salvation through Jesus Christ my Lord. Amen.
Amen. Let us all sit down. Okay, so we start now our Patihan sa Manila Hotel, and we are going, of course, to introduce our guest. Our primary guest is Senator Manny Pacquiao, and he is now on his way. And most of the guests here are well known to us. The next guest that I am going to introduce is my co-host, and he's Dr. Benito Atienza. He is currently the president of the Philippine Medical Association. Last year, of course, he was the vice president of the Philippine Medical Association, and he has served the Philippine Medical Association for several years already. And I think he just arrived from Tugigaraw, together with Dr. Eric Malubay, who is the chairman of the Philippine Medical Association this Disaster and Emergency Council or Committee. Dr. Benito Atienza, of course, is very competent pediatrician, and he will be able to lead the Philippine Medical Association well in its fight against the pandemic. We know that the medical frontliners, most of the medical, or all of the medical frontliners are members of the Philippine Medical Association. All doctors there are members of the Philippine Medical Association. So let's give a big hand to Dr. Benny Atienza, one of our guests. And the next guest will be introduced by Dr. Benny Atienza, who is Executive Director of Rene Madalang. And the next will be Dr. Eric Maluban. Dr. Benny, will you please introduce the two guests of ours?
Thank you, Dr. Attorney Olarte. Dr. Olarte po is my president in 2013. He is our president of the Philippine Medical Association. He's the one who started Doctors on Hope. Then I introduce our next guest. He is the Executive Director of the Philippine Bamboo Industry Development Council, Director of UP Alumni Association Board of Directors, Immediate Past President, UP Manila Alumni Association, Past President, Rotary Club of Quezon City, Circle, Chairman, Committee on Environment, Rotary District 3780. Please welcome Executive Director Rene Madalang of the Philippine Bamboo Industry Development Council. Our next guest, special guest, is an active member of the Philippine Medical Association and one of the advocates of Doctors on Hope, the chairman of the Philippine Committee on Medical Mission. Please welcome Dr. Eric Maluban.
Thank you, co-host Dr. Benny. Okay, magpapatuloy po ang ating programa. Let us hear the video online message of the Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, who is the 2017 Clean Air Champion, and the OTR Secretary Arto Gabi, 2018 Clean Air Champion, and DNR Secretary Roy Simato, who is the 2019 Clean Air Champion. Let us listen to the online messages.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the people of Davao, I would like to congratulate this year's Clean Air Champion. May we get inspiration from this year's awardee as we continue to do our best in making sure that we only do actions geared towards sustainable development. Daghang salamat.
My warmest congratulations to this year's Clean Air Champion, Senator and boxing legend, Manny Pacquiao. Sir, you have proven that you are the people's champion, not just a champion inside the ring, but also for continuously advocating environmental protection. With everything that has been going on in this world, it is important for us to put nature on top of our priorities. And with the present COVID-19 pandemic, it is imperative that we take steps to ensure cleaner air. Sa kasagsagan ng community quarantine, nakita at nasaksihan naman po natin ang magandang dulot ng malaking kabawasan sa polusyon sa hangin. The skies were clear and we were delighted and rendered speechless by the beautiful view of the skyline and the mountains from a distance. Sayang kung hindi ho natin ito mapapanatili. Alam niyo, Mr. Senator, kung may isang bagay man tayong magkapareho, ito ho ay ang ating pinanggalingan. Parehas tayo nagmula sa hirap at nagsumikap upang umahon at baguhin ang ating kanya-kanyang buhay. Marahil nga, Mr. Senator, nagsilbi itong kasangkapan upang magamit natin sa pagpapatupad ng mga programa na ang layunin ay proteksyonan ang ating kalikasan. Dahil tayo ay mismong nagsimula sa ibaba, alam at naiintindihan natin ang masalimuot na katotohanan na kapag nasira ang kalikasan, numero unong biktima nito ang mga mahihirap. Personal po at malapit sa aking puso ang usapin na pagmamahal sa kalikasan. I lost my eldest son at the age of 11 because of asthma triggered by air pollution. Kaya nga hindi na lamang ito bahagi ng aking paglilingkod sa bayan. Ito ho ay personal kong advokasya at laban nang sa ganon ay hindi ito danasin ng ating mga kababayan. Ayaw kong maranasan ng ibang magulang ang naranasan ko para lamang maintindihan nila kung gaano kaseryoso at epekto ang polusyon sa ating kalusugan. Alam mo, sir, Mr. Senator, ngayong araw nito, sa inyong pagtanggap ng karangalan, kayo po ay the 2020 Clean Air Champion Awardees ngayon pong November 27. Sir, ito ho ang death anniversary ng aking anak na panganay. Mr. Senator, I firmly believe that the true mark of a champion does not lie in the amount of recognition he received, but rather on how much impact he positively creates throughout his lifetime. May we continue to harmonize economic development with efficient and sustainable management of the environment now and for our future generation. To you, the boxing champ, the legend, the exceptional public service and national treasure, Senator Manny Pacquiao, hindi matatawaran ang iyong kontribusyon sa bayan. Congratulations po, sir, at mabuhay, mabuhay kayo.
Message si Secretary Smato. Secretary Smato. So we go to the next part of the program. We are going to award the certificates to the 2020 Climate Change Mitigation Award is to be given to the Philippine Bamboo Grass of Hope PBIDC. So we are requesting Director Rene Madalang to please come forward as we award the certificate to your Philippine Bamboo Society. You are the 2020 Climate Change Mitigation Awardee.
It is an honor to lead the citation Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated and its multi-sector partners for the environment, conservation, and sustainability. This lack of appreciation is manifestation and recognition of the outstanding efforts of the Philippine Bamboo Industry Development Council in planet Earth's engagement against global warming, climate change, mitigation, and adaptation. The Philippine Bamboo Industry Development Council has consistently championed the cause of bamboo propagation, bamboo being a carbon sequester and oxygen provider for living beings in our world and its future role in the poverty alleviation in the Philippines. Given this 27th day of November at Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines, signed Chairman Dr. Michael Raymond A. Aragon. Congratulations.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Executive Director, Rene Magalang. Okay, and alam po ninyo, itong bamboo is very important sa climate change. Very important itong Philippine Bamboo Industry Development Council led by Director Rene Magalang against climate change and poverty mitigation, of course. Very important in bamboo. And according to Mr. Eric Magalang, they're going to plant a lot of bamboos in the areas of the Philippines, like in Himaras, in other places. Ang bamboo ay talagang shows the Philippine culture, ang ating katibayan, and we are able to withstand the calamities, the natural calamities, man-made or natural calamities, and 40 events in this country. So, ang ganda yung bamboo project niya. Okay, let us give another big hand to Director Eric. Okay. Now the next awardee will be the BSFMG. Who is the representative?
Yes, the next awardee, Beta Sigma Fraternity Medical Group, citation, given during the PMA Doctors on Boats and PMA Doctor PH Online Telemedicine Humanitarian Project. The Beta Sigma Fraternity Medical Group is presented by Dr. Eric Alibay.
Dr. Eric, will you please come forward?
Is recognized for the unwavering character distinguished by the love and devotion to humanity and the self-giving spirit as a standing example and model to emulate, a life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way of humankind to live as a citizen of planet Earth. Given this 27th day of November, Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines, signed Michael Raymond A. Aragon, Chairman.
Okay, mag-social distancing pala tayo, so tayo lumapit masyado. Kalimutan natin yung picture, please. Kalimutan natin yung social distancing natin. Pati sa metro. Okay, maraming salamat po, Dr. Malubay, for your heroism and compassionate heart. Sila po ay nagpunta sa Tugigaraw, and they led the doctors on boat with the PMA President, Dr. Atienza. Talagang dinalaw nila yung mga hinterlands doon, yung mga tao na na-isolated dahil sa baha. Nagbigay sila ng mga pagkain, mga kape, mga kabot, at nagbigay din sila ng libreng konsultasyon sa pasyente doon na nangangailangan ng mga doktor. So that is a very big activity, a big project that impacts on the hearts and minds of our countrymen who needs very much the services of our medical frontliners, headed by Dr. Malumay. Okay, let's give him another big hand for the time and effort that he gave going to Gigaraw. Nag-pass lang po sila. They traveled 10 hours going there and 10 hours coming back. You see, very commendable activity, medical mission activity. The next will be the Department of DOTR, Transportation, and the Philippine Coast Guard, represented by Rear Admiral Gaban. Nandito lang po sa Rear Admiral Gaban. Okay, please come forward po. And Dr. Atienza, our female president, will read the block of recommendation. Block of recommendation. Okay, social distancing tayo.
I will read the citation. Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated and its multi-sectoral partners for environmental preservation and sustainability. This lack of appreciation is a manifestation and recognition for the ardent efforts of the Philippine Coast Guard in participation to PMA Doctors on Boat humanitarian project. The PCG is recognized for its unwavering resolve, distinguished by love and devotion to humanity and its self-giving spirit, for an astounding example of the model to emulate, to a life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way to humankind to live as a citizen of this planet Earth. Signed, Michael Raymond A. Armon, Chairman.
Okay, let us give a big hand to Rear Admiral Gaban.
Another citation for the Department of Transportation, DOTR.
Ito'y tatanggapin din po ni Rear Admiral Gaban.
Lack of appreciation is manifestation and recognition of the ardent efforts of the Department of Transportation, DOTR, in participation to Doctors on Board humanitarian project. The DOTR is recognized for its unwavering resolve, distinguished by love and devotion to humanity and self-giving spirit, for a starting example and model to emulate, a life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way for humankind to live as a citizen of planet Earth. Same signatory.
Congratulations. Big hand here to the Department of Transportation and the Philippine Coast Guard, represented by Rear Admiral Gaban. The next awardee will be the DND, Department of National Defense. Mayroon bang representative, please come up to the podium. Give a big hand to the DND, Department of National Defense. Yes.
Clean Air Philippines and its multi-sectoral partners for environmental preservation and sustainability. This lack of appreciation is a manifestation and recognition of the ardent efforts of the Department of National Defense in participation to PMA Doctors on Boats humanitarian project. The DND is recognized for a very resolve, distinguished by love and devotion to humanity and self-giving spirit, for a standing example of model to emulate, as a life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way for humankind to live as citizens of the planet Earth. Signed, Dr. Michael Raymond A. Aragón, Chairman.
Let us give a big hand to the department master. Major Nico Magisa. Okay? Thank you very much, Major Magisa. And the next awardee is the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFPs. So si Major Magisa din pala ang mag-represent. Please come forward again, Major Magisa. So you represent the DND and the AFP.
Same citation is given to Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP. Same signatory.
Thank you again. Let's give a big hand to represent the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Major Magisa. Thank you. The next awardee will be the Philippine National Police, Police Major Ray Carpaccio. Please come forward. Philippine National Police Medical Group.
Sila nagpuprovide po ng ating truck going to Marikina, going to Cagayan. And next Sunday,
Welcome,
welcome po,
Senator
Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. We will give him the opportunity to come. May Senator Pacquiao. Okay? Umupo lang po kayo muna. We will continue the awarding to the medical group, the Philippine National Police, Major Carpaccio. Social distancing tayo. Okay.
I will read the citation. Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated as its multi-sectoral partners for environmental preservation and sustainability, this mark of appreciation is a manifestation and recognition to the ardent efforts of the Philippine National Police Maritime Group, PNCMG, in their participation to pairing doctors on boats humanitarian project. The PNCMG is recognized for its unwavering resolve distinguished by love and devotion to humanity and self-giving spirit as an outstanding example and model to emulate the life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way to humankind to live as a citizen of the planet Earth, given this 27th day of November at Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines, signed Dr. Michael Raymond A. Aragón, Chairman.
We come to the PNC Medical Group with Police Major Ray Carpaccio. Okay. The next awardee is the Lead Cup, represented by this humble representation with the President of the Lead Cup, Lead of Private Data Privacy and Cybersecurity Advocates of the Philippines. Will you please read the Lead Cup awardee recognition?
The Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated and its sectoral partners for environmental preservation and sustainability. This lack of appreciation is a manifestation, recognition for the ardent efforts of the League of Data Privacy and Cybersecurity Advocates of the Philippines Incorporated or LEADCAP in participation to DOC Philippines Telemedicine, DOC-PH Humanitarian Project. LEADCAP is recognized for its unwavering resolve distinguished by love and devotion to humanity and self-giving spirit for a standing example and model to emulate a life dedicated to a nobler, more righteous, and more productive way for the humankind to live as citizens of the planet Earth, given this 27th day of November at Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines, Signed, Dr. Michael Raymond A. Aragon, Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, ito para sa amin po. The next awardee will be the Philippine Medical Association, Dr. Sambo. To be read by myself because the Philippine Medical Association, Dr. Sambo, is headed by the President of the Philippine Medical Association, Dr. Benny Atienza. Let me read the plaque. Philippine Medical Association is awarded this plaque of appreciation during the PMA Doctors and Votes and PMA DOCTS Online Telemedicine Humanitarian Project. The PMA is recognized for its unwavering character, distinguished by love, devotion to humanity, and a self-giving spirit as an outstanding example and model to emulate a life dedicated to a nobler, righteous, and more productive way for humankind to live as a citizen of planet Earth. Given this 27th day of November at Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines. Signed Dr. Michael Raymond Aragon, Chairman. Let us give a big hand to the President of the Philippine Medical Association for a novel project, PMA Doctors on Votes and PMA Doctor on the consultation and online telemedicine.
May I request Dr. Eric Malubay and Dr. Eric Andito. Sila kayo mga kasama namin sa Dr. Sondo.
Yes, ito sila ang mga heroes natin na nagpunta sa Pagigaraw at sumakay sa mga rubber boats.
Next Sunday will be on board po going to Pulilio Island.
Okay.
With the PNP and
magandang project ng Philippine Medical Association. Okay? Dr. Eric Francis, also one of the leaders of the Doctors Involved. Sila po ay napunta sa Tugigaraw. Next project nila sa Pulilio Island. Tuwing merong kalamidad, sila ay nagpupunta doon sa mga kababayan natin, mga ating mga mahal na mga kababayan na talagang nangangailangan ng tulong. Okay? Picture please. So, social distancing tayo, ha? Okay. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anong tayo? Kasi pandemic na yun. We are now in the new normal. Okay, and our final awardee is our champion, our clean air champion, the 2020 National Clean Air Philippine Movement champion, and Senator Manny Pacquiao ang imong naong. Okay, Bisaya ko taga Jensen po. I'm Dr. Olarte, Senator. So, ang naong ni Senator Pacquiao niya dahil sa page 4, alam naman ninyo, Philippine Daily Inquirer. Congratulations to our 2020 Clean Air Champion, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Okay, so, hindi nga na siya karon. Pagkato siya tagaan sa atong special award. He is the 2020 Clean Air Champion. Okay? Please read the plaque of recognition. Social distancing po tayo dyan, mga kaibigan. Okay. Please read the plaque.
It's an honor and privilege for me to read the citation. Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated and its multi-sector partners for environmental preservation and sustainability. This award is hereby given to our 2020 Clean Air Champion, Senator Emmanuel D. Pacquiao, for his acknowledgement for his personal commitment for clean and safe air for all Filipinos, to breathe air and relenting quest to bring about the better protection and preservation of our environment and natural resources in order to help address the worldwide crisis of climate change, of which the Philippines is listed among the top most vulnerable countries in the world. As our clean air champion, he represents the hope of our people who aspire for a better and cleaner quality of life. Through good governance and righteousness to minimize, if not eliminate, more degradation in the public service that contributes to the physical destruction of our environment and our natural resources. Given this 27th day of November at Manila Hotel, City of Manila, Philippines. Signed, Dr. Michael Raymond A. Aragon, Chairman. Congratulations po, Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Congratulations Senator Manny Pacquiao. Big round of applause there. Okay, so we will hear the video messages from Mayor Sara Duterte and Secretary of Government. Okay, let us all please sit down again to hear the messages, the video messages.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the people of Davao, I would like to congratulate this year's Clean Air Champion. May we get inspiration from this year's awardees as we continue to do our best in making sure that we only do actions geared towards sustainable development. Daghang salamat.
Okay, next message from Secretary of Government.
My warmest congratulations to this year's Clean Air Champion, Senator and boxing legend, Manny Pacquiao. Sir, you have proven that you are the people's champion, not just a champion inside the ring, but also for continuously advocating environmental protection. With everything that has been going on in this world, it is important for us to put nature on top of our priorities. And with the present COVID-19 pandemic, it is imperative that we take steps to ensure cleaner air. Sa kasagsagan ng community quarantine, nakita at nasaksihan naman po natin ang magandang dulot ng malaking kabawasan sa polusyon sa hangin. The skies were clear and we were delighted and rendered speechless by the beautiful view of the skyline and the mountains from a distance. Sayang kung hindi ho natin ito mapapanatili. Alam niyo, Mr. Senator, kung may isang bagay man tayong magkapareho, ito ho ay ang ating pinanggalingan. Parehas tayo nagmula sa hirap at nagsumikap upang umahon at baguhin ang ating kanya-kanyang buhay. Marahil nga, Mr. Senator, nagsilbi itong kasangkapan upang magamit natin sa pagpapatupad ng mga programa na ang layunin ay proteksyonan ang ating kalikasan. Dahil tayo ay mismong nagsimula sa ibaba, alam at naiintindihan natin ang masalimuot na katotohanan na kapag nasira ang kalikasan, numero 1 biktima nito ang mga mahihirap. Personal po at malapit sa aking puso ang usapin na pagmamahal sa kalikasan. I lost my eldest son at the age of 11 because of asthma triggered by air pollution. Kaya nga hindi na lamang ito bahagi ng aking paglilingkod sa bayan. Ito ho ay personal kong advokasya at laban nang sa ganon ay hindi ito danasin ng aking mga kababayan. Ayaw kong maranasan ng ibang magulang ang naranasan ko para lamang maintindihan nila kung gaano kaseryoso at epekto ang polusyon sa ating kalusugan. Alam niyo, Sir Senator, ngayong araw nito, sa inyong pagtanggap ng karangalan, kayo po ay the 2020 Clean Air Champion Awardee ngayong November 27. Sir, ito ho ang death anniversary ng aking anak na panganay. Mr. Senator, I firmly believe that the true mark of a champion does not lie in the amount of recognition he received, but rather on how much impact he positively created throughout his lifetime. May we continue to harmonize economic development with efficient and sustainable management of the environment now and for our future generation. To you, the boxing champ, the legend, the exceptional public service and national treasure, Senator Manny Pacquiao, hindi matatawanan ang iyong kontribusyon sa bayan. Congratulations po, sir, at mabuhay, mabuhay.
Atong paminawon karon ang acceptance speech of our 2020 Clean Air Champion, Senator Manny Pacquiao. Siya ay uupo lang. We have played two videos already. Okay. So, nandito lang na sa acceptance speech. Before we give the speech, let's give him a big round of applause again.
To Dr. Benito Atienza, Executive Director ni Mandaran, to Dr. Eric Malubay, Mr. Marvin Kingpin, sa lahat ng narito ngayon, hindi ka siguro isa-isang lahat para ito matagal. Good morning. Thank you very much, Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated, for choosing me as this year's Clean Air Champion. It's an honor. Award like this always remind me that I must be doing something right outside the boxing ring. For this, I am forever grateful. Thank you for choosing me. Over the past 2 months, powerful typhoons buried the vehicle in most parts of the zone. Billions of agricultural products were destroyed. Thousands of families lost their homes and properties, and hundreds of people perished. This massive amount of destruction came at a time when many of our people have already lost so much of their livelihood because of the coronavirus pandemic. Sabi nga nila isinusumpa talaga ang taong 2020 kasi maraming sakunan ng ganap ngayong taon na to. But I must say that although this year really displayed the limits of our perseverance, it also showed us that our faith in God Almighty will always help us overcome all the punches thrown at us. These challenges will probably knock us down, but we will get back up and fight for the sake of the people we love. Other people say Mother Nature is pushing back against the tyranny, the abuse and the arrogance of us humans. Yan daw ang dahilan kung bakit tayo dinidilubyo. We are slowly killing our planet just to make our lives easy and convenient. This must change now. I am thankful that organizations like this, like Clean Air Philippines Movement Incorporated, are here to help us fight for Mother Nature. The air we breathe is as important of the planet itself. Air pollution, as we knock it up, is one of the biggest culprits of climate change. Hence, the supply months in the rapid depletion of our ozone layer. Then, there is the health problem. Globally, air pollution is estimated to be responsible for nearly 40% of lower respiratory tract infections and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and about 20% of coronary heart disease and diabetes. An increase in vehicular traffic and commercial and industrial activity due to COVID-19 pandemic has caused a temporary decrease in pollution. It's been widely reported that air quality in cities around the world has suddenly improved. But the health conditions we have mentioned caused by long-term exposure don't go away. In 2018, a study by the World Health Organization said there were 45 pollution-related deaths for every 100,000 people in the Philippines. It was the third highest in the world, after China's 81 pollution-related deaths and Mongolia's 48 deaths per 100,000 people. These staggering figures that place the Philippines in the hall of shame. On the number of air pollution-related deaths should prompt the government and our people to be more proactive in the battle against air pollution. We have to ensure the full implementation of the Clean Air Act. Everyone must pitch in to help improve the quality of the air we breathe. Magtulong-tulong po tayo upang maging malinis ang ating mga kapaligiran. Ipagpatuloy natin ang pagiging plantita at plantito. Magtanim tayo ng mga puno sa halip na ubusin ang oras sa bisyo o anumang pinagkakabalahan. Isumbong natin sa mga otoridad at mga smoke filters at mga gawaang hindi sumusunod sa ating Clean Air Act. Alam niyo, napaka-importante because I experienced this, we went to the mountain, tapos nag-overnight kami doon, nagtanim kami ng maraming puno. We planted thousands of trees sa bundok, 2 araw yung ginawa. Kaya nag-overnight kami doon, natulog kami sa lilim ng puno. And then marami kami tinanim ngayon, malalaking puno na, that was 15 years ago. 15 years ago na ilang ibon na nagtanim namin ngayon, nalalaki na ng puno. So, napaganda na magtanim. Yan po ang noon pa man, yan na yung advocacy ko na magtanim ng puno sa mga bundukan para pag magulan, hindi ka agad magbaha. Kasi, I have a proper explanation for that, why we need to plant trees. Kailangan natin magtanim ng puno kasi kung dapat ang tao ay itutin talaga sila na about anong puno, anong connection sa ano natin. Ang puno po kasi, yung isang puno can hold at least minimum of 50 drums of water. Okay? Tapos, maraming puno, makahold siya pag ulan, hindi ka agad didiretso ang tubig na punta sa river at magbaha, mag-flooding. Mag-hold yan sa tubig, tapos i-release niya paunti-unti. Yung tubig na yan, yan yung explanation why we need to plant it. And then, ito pa, ang scientific study, ang isang puno, ng isang puno, equivalent of 2 horsepower of aircon. Siya nagpapakontrol ng lamig, nakakatulong siya sa paglamig. Kaya, pag maraming puno, na-obserbahan ninyo, pag maraming puno, hindi siya agad, hindi pa naman malamig yung lugar, kahit na mainit. Because isang puno, equivalent to 12 horsepower of aircon. So yan po yung importante. Actually, before it became a politician, that was way back 2005, 2006, 2007, hanggang onward. Yan yung ina-advocate ko sa mga tao na advocate ko na i-educate sila about sa pagtanim ng puno, and then i-discourage sila sa pag-uling-uling. Yung mga uling-uling kasi yung mga puno, pinapupol nila, tapos pinapupul-uling. So yun po. And then sabi ko sa kanila, alam nyo, yung explanation about isang puno, makapol ng 50 drums, tapos isang puno, equivalent to hold 12 horsepower, aircon, makapag-control sa init, sa pagkagamit ng lugar. Hindi lang po yan ang pinaka-dahilan. Bakit? Kasi po, we have to take care of the Mother Nature. Kasi po, kasama sa buhay natin lahat yan. For our information lang when God created the world, hindi niya sinabing, let there be man. And there's man. No, hindi. After God created the beautiful universe, creator, hindi siya nagsabi na, oh, let there be man in our image. No, He formed us well. Gumawa siya, nag-form siya, inibigyan niya ng hininga. Bakit siya kumuha sa earth para magawa ng tao? Bakit siya nag-form? Kasi He wants us to be part of the universe that He created. And to taking care of this Mother Nature. So yan po ang responsibility natin na, that's why there's a consequences every time we destroy the earth. Kita mo, yung illegal logging, illegal mining, yung mga pag-uling-uling, yung mga quarry na walang control, yun po ay ang isa sa mga dahilan para magbaha ka agad, diretso lang ang tubig magpunta sa river, then mag-laging na siya. Yan po, we should be concerned yung yung return na yung mga consequences na i-bear natin pagdating ng panahon. Ito na yung kaya yun. Bawat baha may namamatay, ilang pamilya na apektuhan na hindi naman sana dapat gano'n. Kasi yung lugar natin, yung bansa natin, yung bahay natin, tahanan natin, masagana. Pag-unin ka lang, mabubuhay ka agad. Yung iba nga, sa ibang bansa, kumuha pa sila ng lupa kapunta doon sa kanila, sa ibang bansa ng lupa para makapagtanim sila ng puno. Dito sa atin, we are blessed. This country is not poor, it's a rich country. Mayaman itong country, but we have to support it and love our country. And thank you. Good morning.
A very inspiring message to serve our planet Earth and also the clean air movement of the Philippines and also greening. Tatanim tayo ng mga pumukal sa ating bayan. Okay? Now, that was the acceptance speech of our 2020 Clean Air Champion Central Manufacturer. Let us give them again a big round. Okay. Let us have the Philippine Bundle. Philippine Bundle mitigating effects of climate change and poverty in the Philippines to be presented by the Philippine PBIDC. Our response to the problems of poverty and climate
before we proceed with the presentation of Executive Director Rene, we would like to invite all the awardees to please come on stage. Please practice observe social distancing. We will just have a quick photo ops with of course, Senator Pacquiao. Once again, we'd like to invite all those who were given awards to please come.
Awardee, please come up. Okay, please come up and bago natin meron pala plaque of recognition para sa ating mga fallen heroes, no? Nakalimutan natin, but babasahin ko itong certificate of recognition din na Philippine Medical Association to the fallen heroes. This certificate of recognition is being awarded by the Philippine Medical Association to all fallen heroes in honor of their immeasurable sacrifice and noble services for the Filipino people while battling the COVID-19 virus in the front lines, given this 27th day of November 2012 held in Manila Hotel. Signed, Benito P. Atienza, MD, President of the Philippine Medical Association. Sino ang ating representative ito? Fallen heroes, meron ba? Okay, PMX. So, ito yung bumigay ko sa Presidente ng Philippine Medical Association. Okay, picture taking sa mga awardees natin. Okay, tayo dito ay nag-social distancing tayo para in compliance with our new normal. Okay. Okay. Picture. Smile. Okay. Para ito sa ating third and fourth generation ng mga Pilipinos, makikita tayo dito tayo lahat. Okay? Okay. Maraming salamat po lahat sa mga awardees. Let's give a big round of applause to all of them and to ourselves. No? Okay, so ang ating Philippine Bank.
Thank you. Kamusta?